Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Miller with Theodora's Pearls, and I'm so happy to be here tonight with my darling friend Elisa Barton, the Knitting Fairy.
Hello, I'm Elisa Barton, Knitting Fairy.
We're super excited about a new pattern we're just about to launch.
Yes, absolutely. We're waiting for the final test knits to come through, but we are going to launch Regalo del Mar, which is Spanish for gift of the sea, which when you see the pattern pictures, you'll understand. But this is a semicircular or long arc shawl, and it will launch on July the 1st on Ravelry, so you can download it there. It's available through local yarn shops that participate in Ravelry in-store sales, or you can purchase it on your own. You actually don't have to have an account through Ravelry to purchase a Ravelry pattern, so that's nice. They're all served off of Amazon, which is lovely. Some of the features, the pattern features, is this is an entirely written pattern. There are no charts. So if you're a beginner and you're nervous about charts, this pattern is not going to drive you crazy. It's a very short repeat because it's done in sections. So each section is only a few rows. So there's not a lot to read over and over. It's not pages and pages worth of pattern. So it's not as intimidating, but the short rows, I think, keep it interesting for more advanced knitters. It's not necessarily a beginner pattern. It's a very easy lace pattern. So you can kind of see here, it's kind of a fun, easy pattern. I have used your yarn, Oxynometer. I used one solid color skein as the background, which Jennifer is holding up Onyx. And I used a set of mini skeins, which are 200-yard skeins each. So there is 1,200 yards worth of minis, and then one full skein, which is 400 yards for the background. In this particular example, I did them in a cascading pattern. So I started at this end and I went through to the lightest and back to the darkest and back and forth, just cascading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could arrange them any way you want. So if you have a gradient set that truly fades from darkest to lightest, you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do them randomly. You can just toss them in a bag carefully because you don't need yarn snarls, but put them in individual baggies and then toss them in a bag and just blindly pull one out. They would work really well for that. Each section is a small amount of yarn, so you have plenty to play with. This particular one I made as long as my wingspan because I wanted a very dramatic shawl. I wanted one that I could throw over my shoulder or pin up with a shawl pin and wear it that way. Or I have this leather cuff, super cute with that. You just grab it underneath and of course you get to play with it. That's part of the fun of shawls, right? You get to play with how you're going to wear them. But this one, if you toss it up over your shoulder and then cuff it, you don't have to worry about losing your shawl. And because it's the leather cuff, you don't have to worry about snagging, which is really nice. So I'm a big fan of these. Really, you can wear it any number of ways. It stays really nicely on your shoulders because of the short rows and the arcing design. So it just rests nicely on your shoulders. It is knit from the short end. So there's only a few stitches that you have to cast on. And then it's done to the length you want. So it's really easy if you're not as tall as I am. I'm pretty tall. But if you're not as tall as I am, you can easily adjust the number of repeats. You can just be done when you're done, which is really nice. And Jennifer, do you want to talk about how the sets come and the different colors? Or
yeah, I just want to let you all know a little bit about Oxynometer too, which is a bamboo fingering weight. It is exclusive to Theodora's Pearls, and it is the bamboo is sustainably grown without pesticides or fertilizer, and it is spun in Texas for my order and only available through Theodora's. So this this is what makes this shawl so beautiful. It has a really, really nice drape. It's fabulous to work with. It's super strong, not at all splitty, and just a delight. And of course, it takes the dye with a lot of depth. That's why you get some really bright colors like these. And so all you need to do to make this shawl is get one of the sets like this. And the sets come, you can get a gradient set, which would be like all different kinds of greens, for example, or all different kinds of blues. Or you can have a mix-up set like this one, which are the jewel tones. Or a themed set like this one. This is what Prince set. This is all based on Prince songs. And then you need one skein of your background color, one solid skein, and this is a 400-yard skein. So that's all you need to do to make this shawl, and then you can just play with the colors and have super fun. You know, put the colors in randomly, devise some kind of order that pleases you. There you go. You got it going on, and you can have a beautiful, beautiful piece that you can wear all seasons.
Right. And the nice part is you don't have to have any two skeins identical. So you can really play with whatever your shop has in stock at the moment. I suggest that your mini skeins not have any color in common with the main color. So you don't want to pick something that's all different shades of pink and then have your background color be gray with some splotches of pink, because what's going to happen is you're going to lose the sharpness of each of the wedges because they're going to blend in. So you won't get that beautiful fan shape design like this.
Yeah, this piece is really, really striking, and definitely you will get a lot of compliments on it, because remember, a hand knit shawl is a work of art. Nobody else has it.
And with the bamboo, it does not have to, you don't have to worry about it getting creases. The creases fall out very easily. It's very easy to wear. It doesn't snag or break very easily. And this design was also knit on a size 7 needle. So it's a fairly fast knit. It's not like you're doing little tiny yarn on little tiny needles. The bamboo has fantastic drape when it's knit loosely, and it holds on to its blocking, which is really fantastic.
Yeah, it's super easy to block, and it holds its block very beautifully.
So again, it's Regalo del Mar by Knitting Fairy. It's on my Ravelry page. You can look me up on Ravelry as Knitting Fairy or Elisa Barton Designs. It'll be there, and it's available on Ravelry starting July the 1st.
Happy creating, everyone.